Hello, friends. It's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. On my channel, I am going through my good midlife crisis, where I am journeying through my 40s. And y'all, I am working so hard to get my poop in a group. In order to do this, I have been working on my physical, my financial, and my mental health. Today is Friday, October the 31st. Happy Halloween. Happy birthday, baby Joe. And I am going to be working on my financial health. I'm going to be budgeting out the money that you see above my head. It's over here, $1,344.29. And I am doing that in the app that you see surrounding me. This is an app called YNAB. This app is how I digitally cash stuff all of my money. I am not a cash budgeter, so what I do is I leave my money in the bank, and then once a week on Friday, I come in here and I assign it a job. I do pre-plan that using the Budget by Paycheck book by the Budget Mom, which I do have November's ready. I just don't have my stickers yet, so I haven't filmed it. So, but I did actually do my budget already because it's I'm doing November week 1 this week, so I needed to do it. Anyway, that's how I do my budgets. And we have a bit to budget today because it's the first of the month. Well, it's not tomorrow's first, but this is the first week in the month for my budget. So I have all beginning of the week, beginning of the month stuff to do, but it is not a paycheck day. So all I have is my rollover. Y'all, if you were here last week, welcome back. Thank y'all so much for coming back and hanging out with me this week again. I appreciate you and I love you. And you may notice that this is more money than I had last week at the end of the week. That is because I got an unexpected check in the mail last night from Kia because I guess whenever they quoted the payoff to Capital One when I did my car refinance, they didn't calculate in the payment that I had already made or something. I don't know. I got a check last night, so I digitally deposited it and I have extra money to budget this week, which is good because if you watch my vlogs, you may know that my nephew and his wife have asked me to go on a family vacation with them in December. If you are new, welcome. I am super excited that you are here. I hope that you find this interesting or helpful or just entertaining. And I hope that you decide to stick around and join my community and hang out with us. I love you and I appreciate that you are here with me. I have a nephew. I actually have 4 nephews and I have a niece. But one of my nephews has 3 children. And one of those children is turning 3 today, baby Joe. Today is his 3rd birthday. He was born on Halloween. The other one will be the other boy will be 2 in a week and a half. And then the baby is 8 months old, little Ellie, sweet Ellie. I am going up there to their birthday parties. They're doing a combined party for both boys tomorrow. But they have decided he and his wife and the kids are going to go on a trip to Colorado in December. And they called and asked me if I would like to join them. My nephew is always asking me to go on trips with them, and I always say no. Because he normally asks me just at the last minute. They're like, oh, we're going to go to Disney World next week. Do you want to go? And I'm like, I mean, yes, obviously, but no, I can't do that. He gave me enough notice this time that I was like, it'll make everything super tight, but I can do it. And I hate always saying no. And so I'm going to go, Lord willing. So it was planned, like they were looking at bookings for Airbnbs, and then his wife decided, never mind, she didn't want to go. I never canceled my PTO request, thankfully, because yesterday I got a message saying, no, we are going. And I was like, all right, I'm just going to plan as if I'm going. And I don't know if this is going to get canceled or not, but I'm going to plan for it anyway. So that extra money really does help with that because it's still tight, but it's not as bad now as it was when I first planned this budget out. So, um, but yeah, that's one of the things. So I am planning, Lord willing, to go to Colorado in December. They're going to do some skiing one day, and I will hang out with the kids. They're going to get a place with a hot tub. So I will use the hot tub. And I have never skied. I am 45 years old. I did grow up in New Jersey and all of my friends skied, but I didn't ski because I have a hard time just maintaining my balance on a flat surface in shoes with rubber soles on them. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I would probably severely injure myself or someone else if I were on skis, so I'm just not gonna mess with it. That's my take. It looks like fun and I know people love it. It is not for me. I am a hot chocolate by the fire with a hot tub kind of gal. So that's my plan for December. As I mentioned, today is baby Joe's third birthday. I'm super excited. Happy birthday to my sweet boy. He is my first great. So, and then what do I have? What did I? It's cold, y'all. I wrote down cold. It is cold outside. It was 41 degrees when I woke up this morning. I think it was 44 just now on my way back from getting coffee. I did go get some PJs this morning. Man, that was good. I don't know how I did that. I did go get some PJ's coffee, iced, even though it's cold. But when I make my own coffee, I'll like have a second cup and I'll make hot coffee. Tonight is Halloween. Obviously, Nathan always sets up the projector outside. He's going to play a movie. I think he's decided on the Muppet Haunted Mansion this year, which I've never seen, and I don't know that he's seen, but that's what we're going to be playing and handing out candy to the kids. Also, y'all, speaking of Nathan, if you're returning, you already know that I discovered very recently that I have a mutation in my blood it makes me more susceptible to blood clots. And so my doctors told me I need to start wearing compression socks. I have been wanting Bombas for a very long time just because I've been wanting them. I was already looking at them and then I started looking at the compression socks. Bombas is very expensive. I will link them below because I'm talking about them. They are not a sponsor by any means, but I will link them below. But y'all, I've been wanting them. Like Ren, my bestie's daughter, for her first birthday, and she's 5.5 now, but for her first birthday, a friend gave her like a little package of Elmo Sesame Street Bombas, and I was like, those are some nice socks. And for everyone that you buy, they donate a pair. So I think that's a great business model. And I think from what I've heard and what I've read, they are excellent socks. But they're very expensive, and I couldn't justify spending that much money on them. So I ordered from another company called, I'll say the name of the company. I ordered from another company. I was extremely disappointed. They're super, super cute. They don't come up high enough. They roll down, and I ordered the extra wide. And my legs, when I measured my like circumference of my legs, was very firmly in the middle of the extra wide. It was actually, I technically could have ordered the regular, but I ordered the extra wide just to be safe. They don't fit. They're too short. They roll down, and I was like, I was excited to try it. It was like a family, I don't know if it was family, I think it was family owned, made in the USA. I was like, yes, I'm all about those things. Let's try them. Don't like them. Yesterday afternoon, I had ordered some HEB delivery for because we were doing dinner, and I didn't have a couple of things I needed to make dinner, so I had them deliver it while I was working. And somebody came to my door, and I just figured it was HEB dropping off my food. Y'all, I got Bombas in the mail. And at first I panicked. I was like, who on earth? Because I asked Nathan, did you send me Bombas? And he was like, no, I can't afford to send you Bombas. And I was like, okay, who would send me Bombas? Where did these come from? Like, the company hasn't reached out to me. I have no anticipation of the company reaching out to me. I don't even have 2,000 subscribers. I am extremely thankful for every subscriber that I have, but I am not at the level of subscribers where Bombas is going to be reaching out to me. So I was like, who sent me socks? And I'm thinking through people that I know who would send me socks that would have my address, even though I know there's a chance some of y'all have my address now. But anyway, then finally Nathan was like, yeah, it was me. Y'all, I have 3 pair of compression sock Bombas. I'm wearing some right now. I'm wearing they keep and I was like, it's obviously somebody who knows me. It's not like the company just sent them to me because it came in my favorite color, which I don't think I can. I'll show you later. I took a picture. I'll insert the picture. Um, my lilac color, just my favorite color. I got some. So I was like, it's somebody who knows me. Yeah, it was Nathan. So they are so like thick. Look at that. Such good quality. I'm so excited to have these socks. So anyway, If you want to get some Bombas, I will link them below. But again, not sponsored. I don't have a discount code for you. It's just Bombas. I do have a discount code for Wild Grain. If you've been around, you will know that I love my Wild Grain subscription. They're doing $40 off for you right now if it's your first box. And then if you do that, they send me a free box. So that would be amazing. Just in time for Thanksgiving to get some baked goods in that you don't have to freshly bake, unless it's your thing, and then totally do your freshly baked. But this way you could get, they have desserts, they have breads, they have things. Again, not sponsored, something that I personally pay for out of my own budget and I love, and I think it's great, so I'm going to recommend it to you. I think that's everything I have written down to talk to y'all about. It is 7:20, so I am going to go ahead and get started on this budget. We do have quite a bit to budget today because, as I said, this is going to be November week 1. And I realized just as I was starting to film that I never changed my background. I wasn't thinking about it being a new month. So this is the same background as last month. Sorry, I'll change it for next week. But anyway, let's get started. I'm going to shrink myself down into that corner over there, and we'll get everything budgeted out. How are y'all doing? Are you having a good week? Do y'all have plans for Halloween tonight or for this weekend? I couldn't find the edge of this. They made the edge of where your video is like way higher and way lower, so it blocks more. And there we are. And I can't find it. But are y'all doing anything fun for Halloween this evening? Do you celebrate Halloween? I have a bee costume. If you checked out last week's vlog, you will have seen me wear that bee costume to my bestie's Halloween party. I'm going to wear that if it's not too cold and sit outside watching the movie and handing out candy to kiddos tonight. That's my plan. Tomorrow morning, I would like to go back to the library and continue reading that You Don't Need a Budget book. I haven't made any progress, but I am going to finish that book. And then I will film y'all a video on my opinions, which I can tell you already. I have not positive opinions, but there are some things that she says that I don't disagree with, that I actually think are important to be said. So I definitely want to share my opinions with y'all. And I don't want you to have to read that book because if you're anything like me, it will make you angry. And I don't want you to be angry. I want you to have a good day. All right. This is YNAB. If you're new to YNAB, yay! I'm so excited for you. And if you're not new to YNAB, I'm so excited for you. I love this app so much. This app, again, is how I digitally cash stuff my money. It's how I have really gotten a grip on my poop. Just been able to manage it, been able to decide to go to Colorado in a month and a half without much notice because I have this app. This app is a budget, even though they decided to drop the budget from the name and just call it YNAB. It is a budget. This is how I budget my money, but it's not rigid. I can move it around. I can say, okay, maybe I'm going to take my self-care money and put that toward vacation. Maybe I'm going to take the money I was saving toward my camper and put that toward my Boston trip. Like, it allows me, it's my money. It makes it so much easier. And since the money is just, here's my checking accounts. Wait, how do I do this? The money is just in my accounts. I don't have to go take it out of this account, move it to that account. It just stays where it is. It's sitting there. I don't have to do anything with it. I just need to reallocate it digitally where I want it to go. It's so freeing. I love it. If you are new to YNAB and you want to try this out, there is a link in my description box below that will get you 34 days completely free to try it out. You don't even enter your credit card information, so there's zero risk to you. If you don't like it, if you don't use it, it just goes away. You don't have to worry about canceling it. But if you do like it and you sign up for it at the end of that subscription, or even in the middle of that subscription, which is what I did because I was like, this is the best thing ever, then you get an additional 30 days for free since you've used my link, and they sent me 30 days for free. And it's an amazing, amazing situation for both of us. Chances are, if you're watching this channel, you already have YNAB and you know exactly why I go on and on about it because you know how fantastic it is, but maybe you're new and you want to try it out. That link is below if you want to. Okay, y'all, let's budget. One of the things I love about YNAB is that you can set up personalized views that you just click. If I had anything that was underfunded, it would show up right here. Oh no, well, I do have underfunded. I meant overspent. If I had anything that was overspent, it would show up right here. If I had just a large chunk of money and I just wanted to fill underfunded things, I could click on that underfunded and it would show me these are all the things that I haven't met my target yet for the month. I do that on purpose. I do that because I want to manage how I dole myself out my money, because I know me very well and I know that historically I give myself $150. No, I do not. I give myself $50 for dining out every single week, which may be a lot to some, maybe not enough to others. To me, it's normally more than plenty. And I can roll it over from week to week to save it up to go to a nicer dinner if I want to. Or I can pull that money and cover grocery overspending, which is what I've been doing the last couple of weeks. I haven't really gone out to eat much, but I have ordered a lot of groceries. Anyhoodle, I found that if I just gave myself, because I'm paid biweekly, so every 2 weeks I get a paycheck, if I just give myself $100 on the Friday I get paid, it is gone well before I get to my second week. And then I don't have any money to go out the second week. It's the same amount of money. But if I give myself $50 on the first Friday and $50 on the second Friday, it magically lasts me the whole 2 weeks. That's just the way it works for me. So that's how I've set up my budget. Wonderful thing about personal finances, it's personal. So you have to make it work for you, and you can make it work for you. And this app allows you to do that. So anyway, that's why these are underfunded. They are purposefully underfunded. I don't want to put all of the money in here at once. I don't want to put it in here until the end, until it's time for it. So I have a view called weekly. Every single week, I fill these 5 categories, with a very slight exception. Every once in a while, I don't go to in-person church, so I don't fill ecclesial expenses. Ecclesial expenses, ecclesia is the word that my church uses to mean like church, like the small group of us in the specific building. We are an ecclesia. The overall church is also the ecclesia. Actually, it's just the overall ecclesia. But anyway, that's the word we use. So I budget $80 every single week for this, but this week we're going to high, and I don't think I'm going to go. We'll see if I go or not. But because I won't be in person, I don't have any money to put into the collection. I'm not going to budget anything this week. But I am going to do my normal $50 for dining out. I'm going to give myself $100 for groceries. I'm not going to put anything in ecclesial expenses. I give myself $25 every week for coffee and $25 every week for fun money. Coffee would be for like when I go to PJ's and or Dutch Brothers. So those are the 2 main coffee places I go to. But every once in a while, I hit up a Starbucks or a local coffee shop if I'm out and about and I see something. That's what that money is for. Those are every single week. At the beginning of the month, these are the categories I need to fill. I'm going to jump into November because that's the month that we will be in tomorrow, and I will fill my pet expenses. I have 3 animals. I have 2 dogs and I have a cat. 2 of those, Tyler, my cat, and Chad, my older dog, both have vet visits coming up this month. So I'm actually going to, normally I give myself $75 a month. That goes toward a bark box. It goes toward food for all of the animals. And I do share those expenses with Nathan. Not the bark box, that's from me, but the vet visits and the food and the treats and stuff. Nathan and I share that. Nathan is my roommate / landlord / we've been friends for many years. The animals are both of ours. So normally I only budget $75 a month for this. Because I have the 2 vet appointments and I don't know what all I'm going to need. I know they both need their like rabies boosters and just their annual checkups. I'm going to go ahead and put in an additional $75. So I'm actually going to budget $150 into my pet expenses this month. Household, I separate out in my groceries, like what I'm buying for the house and what I'm buying for food. And so if I buy toilet paper, if I buy air filters, if I buy toothpaste, that's household, shampoo, stuff like that. That's all household. So I normally budget $150 a month for this, but I did just buy a huge thing of toilet paper. I just did buy like a whole bunch of paper towels, dish soap just got purchased. So I like covered overages out of my budget. I just covered it. And so I'm gonna just do $100 this month. And then because I can't snooze it yet because it's November. I'll snooze it tomorrow. There's a function in YNAB that allows you to just snooze it so it stops asking you for money. If you'll notice, this one turned green and this one is still yellow. That is because I met my target. I told YNAB what I wanted. I make my own targets. Thank you. Once I talk about the other book, you'll understand. But anyway, I told it this is what I wanted every month, and it recognizes that I have met that. So it turns it green. It's like, good job, well done. You've met your goal. This one, I told it I wanted $150 a month. So it's like, cool, you're almost there. You have a little bit more to go. So I'm going to stay yellow until you meet this. But there is a function that allows you to just snooze it and tell it, no, go ahead and turn it green. This is all I'm going to put in this month. YouTube expenses. This is for things like my stickers. I probably will have to put no, not November. It'll be in December. No, it'll be at the end of November. Every year, Life in Envelopes is where I buy my stickers. She does a huge Black Friday sale, and I like to stock up on stickers on Black Friday, but that will be at the end of the month. I can put extra money in then. And then I put $40 in this section called Stuff I Forgot to Budget For, and this is where if I go a little over on pet expenses or on dining out or on groceries, I pull it from here before I start pulling it from other categories. Gifts and giving. I love to buy things for people. And I budget myself $150 a month to do that. Holiday giving, I normally budget $100 a month toward this, but since the holidays are coming up in like a month and a half, I'm going to put $150 in here to kind of give myself a little leeway. Vacation, we are going to skip for now. Normally I would put money in here, but when I originally created this budget, I didn't have a ton of money left at the end of the budget because I didn't have that extra money from the Kia. Car maintenance, these are my sinking funds. These are my sinking funds that are just put money aside for whatever indefinitely with no specific, I need this amount by the state in goal. So I put those here. I do have plenty of, I need the specific amount by the state sinking funds. They're not in this view because I didn't want this view to be everything. That's just my personal choice. As I said it up for me. You will set it up for you. I am putting $25 into my car maintenance, and I am putting $25 into my clothes. My mom, for her birthday, every year we go out for dinner. As I said, I have 4 nephews and a niece. My mom, myself, I have lost my sister and my father. So it's just us. And then Joey's kids and sometimes Joey's wife come. And I want to have money set aside to pay for everybody's meal for my mom's birthday. That's what I like to do. So I save $25 a month. So when it is my mom's birthday, we're not fancy people. We went to Olive Garden last year. Like that's what my mom wanted to do. So that's plenty. I will have plenty of money to pay for my family at Olive Garden. And then taxes, I don't have on this week, but I think I should because I don't think I put it on next week. So I'm going to go ahead and save my taxes. And I'm going to put that on my workbook. So when I film my video, and this is for tax prep software. That's what that money is for. I shouldn't owe any additional taxes other than what's already been taken out of my check, but this will pay for the software. Okay, now we're going to go back to all. I have already filled, this is November, let's go to just October. I've already filled all of my weekly stuff that I need to fill. Some of these I only fill on a paycheck, like self-care and gas. These I fill when I have a paycheck. This is not a paycheck week, so I'm not filling those. Next, I want to take a look at the bills that I have. So as I mentioned, I budget every 2 weeks. I'm sorry, I budget every week, but I'm paid every 2 weeks. So this week for me goes from today, the 31st, through next Thursday, the 7th. So I need to make sure I cover all of the bills that are due in that time frame. I have already paid my rent, which is due on the 1st. I paid that last week because I got a paycheck and I knew I wasn't going to get any additional money, so I just went ahead and budgeted it out of last week's paycheck. So again, today is the 31st. I don't have any more bills for this month. Everything is paid. So I'm going to go back into November. There we go. Go back into November and pay everything that is due through the 7th. So that is going to be Best Buy, which is an interest-free card that I have. Aflac, which is my supplemental health insurance. That is $37.57. Comes out on the 5th. And that's it. You'll notice Wild Grain isn't due until the 11th for me. So That is when it will come out, and I will budget it next week when you come back next Friday. Do I have anything else on here? I think that's it. Let's go look at my sinking funds. So these sinking funds are the ones that I am going on a cruise in January, Lord willing. This is where money will be going after I pay for December's trip. So much travel. This is so unusual for me. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of stressing me out. I am not, it's not that I don't like travel, it's that this is a lot of money and it makes me nervous to spend this much money. But it's okay. I'm not putting it on credit cards. I am spending it. It's just delaying some goals. But they're my goals. It's my budget. It's my life. I have the right to delay these goals if I want to, because right now I am prioritizing spending time with Joey and his kids while the kids are little. And Joey has asked me to come a lot of times. I prioritize going to Boston because that was a church trip. And I already booked my cruise in January before I decided to do either of those other things. And that was for my own mental health. So that's why those trips are all coming up. If we don't go to Colorado, I will be sad to not go. I will be very relieved to not go. That's how that's going to work. Okay, so I have a credit card that is Mission Lane that has an annual fee. So I save $4.54 every month toward the annual fee. So when it is due, I have the money saved. Amazon Prime is $6.27. So Nathan and I have lived together for a very long time. 11 years? I don't know, 9, 10, a long time. We've had an Amazon Prime together. We're grandfathered into the like family plan part of it. So I just pay for half of it. So this is for my half of the annual membership fee for Amazon Prime. We pay it annually instead of monthly. It saves you a little bit of money. I pay for half, he pays for half. So I save a 12th of a half of Amazon Prime every month. I have a P.O. box. If you want to write to me, I will write back to you. I haven't forgotten about you, Brandy. I just have had a crazy week, but that is on my. I don't want to show you the front of the card, but I did buy you a card. I'm going to respond to you. I just have to write. I will write back to you if you write to me. So the P.O. box, the address is in the description. And thank you, Brandy, for pointing out that at some point I didn't copy the last digit of my zip code. So I have corrected that. Or, if you just want to send me some bombas, you can send them to my P.O. box. Don't send me bombas. I mean, I won't be mad, but that's expensive. That's not what I'm looking for. I just want you to write and say, hey. Okay, so that I set aside, what is it, $13 a week? Did I put my P.O. box on here? My P.O. box isn't on here. It must be next week. I'm filling it. I think I just left it off. $13, yes. Walmart Plus. I have a Walmart Plus membership. That is $9.23. That is, apparently I need more than $9.23. I'm going to put the whole thing. It is $11.79. I don't know why it's so high. I'm updating what I'm actually putting in here. Capital One is a card with an annual fee. I save $3.25. My car insurance and my mom's car insurance I'm going to fill next week when I have a paycheck. Planet Fitness is my gym membership. I have a monthly fee that I pay, and then they also have an annual fee that they charge in August. So I save $3.25 a month. I'm sorry, $3.52 a month. And that way when August comes, I have the money saved up. Iceball is a fundraiser for Big Brothers Big Sisters. I still haven't heard anything more about Big Brothers Big Sisters after my phone call with them. But anyway, just if you're new, I am approved to be a big. I just don't have a little yet, and it's been 2 years. And I did just have updated phone calls with them, and they told me they were looking for more littles in my area, and so hopefully they would have somebody for me soon. But I still don't have anybody. It's okay because I got a lot of travel coming up, so. I save $25 every month for the base costs of things like my dress, my ticket, a hotel room because we stayed in a hotel last year afterwards, which was a fantastic idea. So I saved that money. And then I save extra money as I get closer to it for a larger donation because it's for a fantastic cause, in my opinion. Editing software is this software that I am using. It is $5.57 every month. It did just renew. Why is this? This is also, now it's saying I'm underfunded. It is $6.25 every month. I know that that is not what I save. I feel like I must have not saved last month or something. Not saved everything. Costco is my Costco membership. I save that amount every month. Let's see. This says I met my target. I did not. I am going to put $5.34 into Costco. Again, mom's insurance, I'm going to fill next week. My registration and inspection, I save $3.08 every month. I have a car that is only a year old. As I mentioned earlier, I did just refinance it, but the registration is good for 2 years. So I don't have to pay it this year. I'll have to pay it next year in August, the end of August is when it is due. And so I'm saving. I don't exactly know how much it's going to cost, but I have a pretty good idea based on what Nathan paid for his registration. So this is what I am saving. And then YNAB is this software. As I mentioned, it is a paid subscription. I am saving $10.89 a month because I did pull some money out of there. So, mine's not due until next year. So I am good on that. I think that's everything I have for this week. It is. That's it, y'all. We did it. We finished my budget. Okay, that leaves me $278.69 to roll into next week, which I will absolutely do. So I have a category called Next Week. Very cleverly named, I know. Because as I mentioned, bi-weekly paychecks, weekly budgeting means there are weeks like this one where I don't have a paycheck. So I have to pull that money from somewhere. I'm pulling that money from my budget. From right here, what's left over. Where it's all the way over there. I'm backwards. It's all the way over there, up in the corner. So $278.69 will go to next week. When you come back next Friday, I will have this money. Oh, look, I can point to it. I will have this money right here, and then I will also have my paycheck. And that is what I will budget out next Friday when you come back. That's all I have. I hope y'all have a fantastic, wonderful, and safe Halloween and weekend. And please don't forget to give me a thumbs up on your way out. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you're up to, what you're doing. My comments are all cut up. That doesn't happen all the time, but they're cut up right now. And subscribe if you haven't yet. Come with me. I love it. I love when y'all join me. I've had so many new subscribers lately, and I appreciate all of you. Welcome, welcome. I will have a vlog for you on Sunday, which is just a week in my life, and I will be filming. My stickers from Life and Envelope should be here tomorrow. I do plan to put them on here and film that video this weekend as well. So at some point next week, I will have my November budget set up. I should have the vlog on Sunday, and then next Friday, another YNAB budget with me. Okay, y'all. I love you all so much. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.